Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how I've made this letter X shaped gift box. This one opens from the top and inside I've popped some of my nan's favourite treats. This is who's going to be receiving this one. It makes a lovely, you know, kind of home decor piece as well. You don't have to have these as gift boxes. You can seal that off, add some sand or something weighted in there, and you could have them to decorate your home, your craft space, you know, whatever it may be. They're really sweet. I love decorating the fronts, and I think I've done about 7 letters of the alphabet so far, and there's a playlist here so you can see what other letters I've done, and eventually I will complete the whole alphabet. But if you're joining this tutorial maybe a year later, just check that playlist and you'll see exactly what I've made. No specialty dies were used to make the actual gift box, and then I've just used bits that I had in my stash on the front, and I'll show you all of that in the video. So let's get started. So these are the salted caramel cream soft caramels. They have to be the soft caramels. They're my nan's favourites. So they're going to be going inside. Again, using the papers Sent With Love, I am down to a couple of full sheets of the polka dot. All the rest is scraps. So I need to make this stretch over 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 more projects that I need to make that stretch across, so hopefully I will. Okay, so I've got my templates. I will take photos of these and they will go onto my blog, and I've already done mine. I'm just going to talk you through them. So you want to cut yourself, make your templates up first. So for the main X, so this is the box template, you want a piece of 5 by 6, and then I'll go through all those measurements in a moment. And then for your pattern paper layer, and I've got my matte layer there, that's a piece of 4 5/8 by 5 3/4. So get those cut for those, and then these are all the side pieces. So I've wrote on these because I'll be covering them with pattern paper. So all of them are 3 inches wide, just like on all the other boxes. So 3 by 11 3/8 for this piece. And you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 4 1/4, 6 1/2, 8, and that's it. And then along this side, you're going to score at 1/2 and 2 1/2. Now with this one, where you've scored, what I would just mark is lid in this first section, and then I've got top, middle, so that's the V here, and then top, that one, and then the right side top, so just here. It's just going to make it easier then when I start to wrap this, you'll know which piece to pick up. Plus this is the biggest piece anyway, but that's what I've just marked on there. And then this one here, again 3, and this is 9 7/8. Along that side you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 3 7/8, 5 3/8, and 7 5/8. And on this one I've got right side, bottom right side, bottom middle, bottom middle. So that's where we're coming around here for that piece. And then again along there, did I say 1/2 inch and 2 1/2? And then for this piece here, so again 3, and this is 8 3/4. And along that 8 3/4, you're going to score at 3 3/8, 6 3/4, and 8 1/4. And then again along that one at 1/2 and 2 1/2. And on this one, I've got left side, left bottom. So it's going to be all of this part here. Okay, so get all of those pieces cut. I'll go through all the mats and layers for the side pieces towards the end. So I've already cut all of my pieces ready to go. So I'm going to talk you through your templates. So start off with your largest one, which is the 5 by 6. And I'm going to talk you through all of the markings that I've done. So grab yourself a ruler. And first of all, along the top here, you want to mark at 1 1/2, 2 1/2, and 3 1/2. Okay. And then along the bottom here, again, 1 1/2, 2 1/2, and 3 1/2, and join those up. So you've got those 3 lines. Then come down the side here, and you're going to mark at 2, 3, and 4. And then again along this side, 2, 3, and 4, and join those up. Okay, so just ignore the pink lines, but you should now have 3, black lines this way and 3 black lines this way, giving you 4 squares in the middle. And then I've just used the pink just so it's easy for you to see the X shape. But you're going to start from the top corner and you're going to go down to that middle line to this point here. And then again from that point to the bottom left corner. In the middle, you're going to start from your 1.5 and come down. So all of these points come into these 4, the start of these 4 squares here. So you're going to come down to that 2-inch line and then you can go back up again to the 3.5. And then here, again, that corner, you're coming down to the 3-inch and then back down to the bottom right corner there. And then again here, you're coming up that 1.5 to the 4-inch and then that 3.5 to the 4-inch. I mean, it's there, you can see exactly what you've got to do, but just by drawing that grid out first. So have that and then cut this all out now. I'm not going to do it because I want to take photos of this to put it on the blog, but when you cut it, you will then have this, and that's all you need to keep then. That's your template for whenever you want to make this shaped box. And then you're going to do exactly the same for your mat layer. So along this side here, you're going to mark at 1.25. Now this one is 2 5/16 because half of 4 5/8 is that funny 1/16 of an inch. You just want to get the middle. So just look at your ruler and it's from the 2-inch marker. You want to count all of the little lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th little line. If I just put a little arrow and come up into shot here, you see, just count all the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the middle of that, okay? And then 3 3/8. Do that again on the bottom. Also, if you struggle with that, just fold this piece in half. Remember, it's just your template, so it doesn't matter how it looks, but you can fold this piece in half and then you know you've got the middle point that way as well. Again, the same along the bottom, join them up. And then you're going to come down the side here and you're going to mark it 2 inches, 2 7/8, and then 3 3/4. Do the same on this side and join up. So now you've got your 4 squares again. So you're going to do these V's here the same and this one here the same as you did on the other template. But with this one, you'll see I've got a little arrow. You want to come in 1.5. I've just put a little pencil mark just there. And again, come in 1.5 on that middle line. And then you want to mark down from the top left corner, bottom left corner, and again with the top right and the bottom right. Again, cut that out and you've got your pattern paper layer. So I've already now gone ahead and you want to cut yourself 2 of the main box template for your front and back, and then 1 in the pattern paper. I've just done the 1 for the front. You're not going to see the back of it. So, but if you do, then obviously cut 2 of those. So next we need to prepare these strips here. So just fold and burnish all of those score lines. So I've already cut these 2 and I'm just going to show you this one here because the lid you just want to do slightly different. So you'll see here with the 1/2-inch tabs on the ends, you just want to cut a nice wedge off of them just so that they can attach to each other. So you've then got one kind of long piece. With the one with the lid, just for the minute, I would recommend just cutting the corner squares out, like so. And then you just want to cut up these ones here and then just leave that like it is, okay, for the minute until we get to putting everything together. All of this now is just what I've done with these ones here. So cut a nice chunk and just do a triangle cut over the score line. You can see there. You basically want to have a little 1/2-inch tab on each of these sections, like so. I just find it quickest to do the triangle across the score line there. And then again, if you don't want to do the triangle, just do each one, just cut up like this, so you free it up, and then cut that way, and then cut that way. Whatever works easiest for you. It doesn't matter, they don't have to be the same, but just take a nice wedge off because they've got to work their way around the shape of that X. And then again, on there. Okay, but keep the lid like this. But on these ones here where it's just a tab, just cut into it. Okay, so first of all, you want to start off with the smallest one, I think it is. Yeah. smallest, then we'll do the medium, and we'll finish with the largest one. So I'm going to take this one here and my X, and you should have, it's a bottom left and left side. So that is basically going to sit like this. Okay. So all of these tabs here, you want to add your glue to. We're going to stick that in there. Now I'm going to use the quick grab. I'm going to use the construction glue when I stick my pattern paper down, and that will help strengthen the box. Now you could do both at the same time, you could do one at a time. It's really easy because you can, these like work as a hinge, so you can, you know, move them around so you can easily get the glue on. But I'm going to turn it this way so it's easier for me to see. Top here is going to go right to the point of the X, and then I'm just going to run that right the way along the side there. And that fold should sit perfectly on the corner there. And you see that runs nice and flush along the side. So now, like I said, it works like a hinge. Just bring it out towards you, and now you can add your glue. Like so. And then I'm just going to bring that under and just stick that down. Now, if at any point you're like, oh, I don't like the finish, that's not stuck very well, you can see bits. These are great for embellishing really heavily. You could have pom-pom trim or just nice ribbon trims around here. You know, it's very easy to disguise mistakes with these kind of boxes. So don't be disheartened if it's your first time making it. Just go with it, have a practice. You can hide a lot of things with pretty embellishments. And then you're going to add your glue to that last one. And again, just sit that one underneath. You do want to make sure your base ones are really straight, because obviously that's going to affect it standing up, but it's already starting to balance there. And then if you go in this side, just grab something that you can apply some pressure. You can get your bone folder right into the corners there. And just make sure that's all nice and neat. Okay, now we've got this tab here, so you'll have a flat end on the next piece, and the tab, you want that flat end is now going to join to that, and it should say bottom middle, so that is now going to go in here and then wrap its way around, and we're going to finish just here. So I'm now going to add my glue first of all and attach the pieces. I say in all the videos, if you want to attach this so it's one long piece, you can, but I think it's quite a lot of card to have hanging and kind of work with, you know, around the shape, so I like to do it step by step. But now I'm just going to sit that over the top there. Again, make sure it's nice and straight, and then we just carry on again. So I'm going to add my glue. And then come up inside. Like so. Again, and get in there. Like so. And then bring this right round. And you can see there, you can get in with your glue. And fold it that way, actually, it's a little bit easier. There we go. Again, with the base, make sure that's nice and flat. Okay. And then I just want to bring that one out, because that's where we're now going to attach the last one there. So I'm going to continue around the top, but you don't want to stick the sides of the lid down. That lid, when you get to this point here, needs to stay free. Okay, so don't stick that down, but I'll stop before I get to that bit anyway. Okay, so you should now have something like this. So then you want to take your other one and you're going to stick that right over the top. And it should line up and conceal all of those other tabs, but keep your lid open. Now what I like to do first of all is just tack down any kind of loose, or corners should I say. If you grab yourself some tweezers, you can get in the corner there and just kind of pinch that together like so. And then I think it's just each corner actually that you'll probably find you need to do it. Yeah, just those three corners. I think the rest will be fine. And now you want to add your glue onto all of these pieces. Cardstock I'm using is the Lidl cardstock, which is about a 2, I think it's like a 270 or a 280. It always feels stronger. I think it's more around 300, to be honest. I'm just going to start off at the bottom, make sure they're nice and straight, and then just work my way up. I'm just going to flip that over and just try and get in as far as I can. You can probably, if you get a bigger ruler, you can go right across and down into this one here. Now, if you've got any little bits that are overhanging, you can just trim them. I've got a little bit there of the tab. It should stand up really nicely. Now, with the lid, when you go to put it down, you'll see it will catch. Just put a little kind of marker roughly where it catches, and then just cut across on an angle, like so. And now, ooh, that should slide in, like so. Now, if you want, you can add a hook and loop on that side and attach it that way, or a magnet. But I tend to push that in on all of mine, and then I will cut a little finger pull there, and you see it's more flush. I think it looks lovely. And as I've said in all the videos, you don't have to have these as gift boxes. If you want to close that off completely and have this as some home decor, you could weight them down with some sand inside. And then you could have them, you know, in your craft space or in somebody's bedroom, in your own home. You could spell out the word home and cozy and all that kind of thing. So yeah, lots of ways to use these. So then I've got my pattern paper for the front. So that is going to sit perfectly there with a nice border. Just need to line it up. There we go. And then I've got all these pieces for the side. So I'm going to get it all stuck down because I still need to find a little bit of scrap, and then I'll go through the measurements for you. So you would have just seen me decorate all of this. I really like how it's all come together. I started off with the xoxo, which is using my chunky alphabet die set. And then I thought it'd look quite nice and pop a bit more on some white card. And then I decided to just carefully just shape it a bit so it looks like it's got its own shadow die. And I just think it helps lift it a bit more against the box there. This is old Dovecraft, and it just says keep calm and love on. I love the little ticket style of that. And then the Be My Valentine was just from this one here. I just chopped it up so I could have a longer sentiment. I used the hearts from the Creative Craft Products Nestable hearts there. And I think that's everything. And then all I've got left to do, I've already added some of the treats. So I'm going to buy another bag of these because I reckon I can get two. I reckon if I shake that around a bit more and get them right up into this bit, I can get 2 bags in there. And then I'm just going to take the smaller punch here. This is the half, that's the 1 inch. And I'm just going to sit it in the middle. Just want to cut half of it. Like so. And now that's just going to allow the person to get into that a bit easier. I've added my accent glaze just on the tops there, just to give that a bit of shine, and the heat embossing as well. And they're all raised on some foam pads as well, so there's lots of texture. I do need to hunt for one more piece of this. I know I've got it somewhere to stick here. And oh, I need to give you the measurements for all of that as well. So these will all be written in my blog, but you want 4 pieces of 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. You want 4 pieces of 1 3/4 by 2. That's for the insides and down there. And then you'll want 4 pieces of 1 3/4 by 3 for the sides. I think that's all of them. I've covered the bottoms there as well, and inside you can see as well. I think this would make a nice table favour as well if you're doing like a Valentine's dinner or something. I think it's really sweet. But this is going to go with all the others, and I will be putting them all in the hamper, and I will share a video of how that's all going to look. As always, I'll try and link the product below that I've used. I'll see if I can find these things. I believe these are still available, but I know we've got low stock on them now. And things like this, there's loads of different ones. It's not just the these nestable ones. There's other like designs, so I will try and link as much as I can. But as always, thank you for watching. I'll have some other alphabet letter boxes coming up now. The playlist would have been shared as well throughout this video. And if you've enjoyed today and you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, and then you won't miss out on any future videos. If you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload something new. See you all again soon. Bye.